his car would be. What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up?
What's up?
It's time.
What's up, YouTube?
We're taking a tour of the Frederick Douglass house.
What's up?
That house, let's see, that house, big house up there. Alright, let's start our tour. First, this is where he used to park his car every day. He had a driver to drive him to his special events.
Yeah, boy.
Then he would walk up these steps to get to this big house on this hill. And these used to be cobblestone rock, but now they're smooth brick. Now imagine that, walking on brick every day. Wow. Okay, just going on up steps. Whew. Yeah, these some big stuff. Come on, see, we try to make it fast.
What up, YouTube? I'm a rapper, YouTube. What do you say about me?
Okay, is anybody up there yet? Nope. Our guide is not here yet. We're still trying to make it up these steps. Just pan around, go down. Those are the steps. The house on the hill. Alright. Frederick Douglass house. Whew. Took a minute, but we got up here. Okay. Now we're supposed to be waiting for our guy to take us on this tour.
Martin was sitting right here.
Who?
Martin was sitting right here.
That was not Martin. It's Frederick Douglass.
On the video, Daddy. It's hot.
Wait for him. Whew. So this is Frederick Douglass' front porch. Pretty big. Nice. Spacious. Well, we're gonna take a pause for the calls because we're gonna wait for our tour guy. Then we're gonna resume this video. Peace.
This fireplace is of President Abraham Lincoln. He advised President Lincoln during the Civil War. They didn't always agree on everything, but he still respected him. And he purchased that picture after Lincoln was assassinated in 1865. You also see a lot of canes leaning up against the wall. He used to collect those. He had a cane to walk, but it was more of a status symbol back then. And you'll see two of his hats in this room too. You'll see his top hat on the chair. You also see a derby or a right hat moving on the right side. And one of the neat inventions you'll see in this room, over on the left side, you'll see an item with a wheel on the top of that. That was sort of the copier machine from back then. It's a letter press. So after he wrote his letters, he could place it in there, turn that wheel, and it would make a copy of the letter onto another piece of paper so that he could have one for his records as well.
Yes, sir. That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah. Almost all the furniture, especially in these front rooms you see, are original items that he owned. The only stuff that's really reproduction is mostly the fabrics. The carpets are reproductions, the drapery, the wallpaper, but they're all exact replicas. We do have photographs from the inside of the home from 1895, and it looks almost exactly the way you see it today. And we really have Helen Pitts to thank for that, because after Frederick Douglass dies, she's going to really work to preserve everything as a museum. So, right after Frederick Douglass dies, we're using it for. Yeah, you guys take a look in there. The Douglass's second wife and his daughter could play. On top of the piano, you'll see a violin. Douglass could play the violin, and also his grandson Joseph Douglass became a world-famous violinist. Traveled all over the world playing.
Oh, you said he braided his hair.
Mm-hmm.
But we never seen any pictures of his hair braided.
Yeah, I'm sure he took them out.
Okay.
That was something they would do.
That was something that his kids would do. Huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Today they're all dead, yeah, but he does have descendants in the area, so there are some great grandchildren still in the area. And actually, some of his descendants formed a modern-day abolitionist society to fight human trafficking and modern-day slavery in the U.S. You also notice a little tambourine on the back shelf there, if one of the kids can play. The big bust in the corner over there, that is of Frederick Douglass. That was actually a gift to him from the University of Rochester, New York. Rochester, New York is where he spends the majority of his life. He lives up there for almost 30 years. Over on the right, you'll see a neat little item on the shelf next to the statue. You see a little wooden piece. That's called a stereoscope, and that was sort of like an early viewfinder. You could look at pictures in 3D by looking through that.
Which one's that?
The little wooden piece.
The little wooden piece next to the statue. What? I'm going to look that up.
The large painting over the fireplace is a scene from Othello and Shakespeare. He was an avid reader of Shakespeare. And over on the left in the easel is a picture of the same man who's in the bust in the other room. That's Wendell Phillips again.
Picture of the flashing bottle.
See in the house today. This is the dining room where they eat their meals. This chair right there, that's where Frederick Douglass would eat. Frederick Douglass, of course, the biggest chair at the head of the table. Douglass was a large guy. He's over 6 feet tall. In fact, if you look at the picture over the fireplace, can any of you see Frederick Douglass in that picture? Can you see him?
No.
He's just about, yeah, exactly. Big white hair sitting in the back. And he wanted to stand out of the crowd. He wanted people to gather to listen to what he had to say. All these guys you see over the fireplace, those are all advisors to President Benjamin Harrison. And like I said, Frederick Douglass. Yeah, there's your glasses. Frederick Douglass was a advisor to Lincoln, but he advised every other president after Lincoln until his death in 1895. So the last president he advised was President Harrison. But sometimes these advisors are coming to visit. They can stay for dinner. The china you see laid out on the table here, that's the original china that the Douglass family used to eat off of.
My grandmother got plenty of this.
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of this growing up. I did too.
And if they had more than 4 people eating, if the children were here, they could always open the table up and they could seat more people around the table. Except for the grandkids. Grandkids weren't allowed to eat with the nice china. They'd eat at the kids' table. They was eating on it as well. And then behind you over here in the glass case, you will see
I'm going this way. Huh? Come on. Try to get that.
What do you guys think this room was used for?
So what's this big room? There's another room out here.
Oh, I'll tell you about that.
I didn't get to that last time. I didn't talk about that.
What, out this window right here?
Yeah, out the window.
Yeah. If you look out the window, you see a building right behind here.
Right.
That building was not here when Frederick Douglass lived here. That was built in the 1920s. That was a caretaker's residence.
Oh, that was that's the caretaker's residence.
Yeah, so after there's a non-profit group running this as a museum, and they had a family living in there to look over the property. This room we're standing in right now, this is their the washroom. This is back then when your clothes were dirty, you couldn't just throw all your clothes into a machine and press a button to do laundry. You had to do it all by hand. So you would do that in these bins here. So you would have your washboard where you could scrub your clothes. Then you have to put them through the wringer here to get them dried out. Then you have to iron them. So up here you'll see some of your standard irons. Now they couldn't just plug in the iron to get it hot. So you have to put it on the stove exactly to get it hot, and you could iron the clothes. But they did have some inventions here. They had some self-heating irons. Up here you'll see on the left, this is a coal burning iron. You would put coal in there on the left side and then sit in the bottom and keep the iron hot. Over on the right side, it's a kerosene burning iron to keep the...
that's the one this was kerosene.
What? Yeah, this is the kerosene right here on the right side.
Ooh, like Space Gun.
Yeah, I'm not sure how safe it was.
Men in Black.
And then right here in the middle, that's called a fluting iron. And that was for, it was very popular for men to have ruffles in their clothes back then. So you could put cuffs and collars in there.
Remind me of Prince.
Material. Yeah. Now, you also, in order to get the water, the well was all the way at the bottom of the hill. So instead of going all the way down there, getting your buckets of water, bringing them all the way up here, instead what they put in the corner over there was a water pump. And that leads to a cistern underneath the house that collected rainwater. So every time it rains, the rainwater goes into the gutters, And instead of going out into the grass, it actually went underneath the house and collected down under there. Then you can just turn that and pump the water right out. Then you can put them into your bins for doing the laundry. So yeah, so this is all very important work to Frederick Douglass, because again, he's making most of his money through giving speeches. If you're doing a public speech in front of a couple hundred people, you want a clean suit that's nicely pressed and everything as well. So this is a very important functioning part of the house. Drinking water, rather than using the cistern water, they would actually go down to the bottom of the hill to that well I mentioned, get their buckets of water, bring it up here. You could put it in a stone cooler like that for their drinking. Douglass was really a world traveler. Even by our standards today, he'd be considered a world traveler. He, when he's escaping from slavery, he goes to England. While he's over there, he goes to Scotland and Ireland. I mentioned he was a minister to Haiti, so he goes to Haiti and the Dominican Republic, down in the Caribbean. He also goes on a world trip after he married his second wife, where he goes to England, France, Switzerland, Italy, Greece, and Egypt. In fact, when he goes to Egypt at the age of almost 70 years old, he climbs to the top of the Great Pyramid.
That's the chamber part at the bottom.
These two bedrooms you see here, these are both grandkids guest, or not grandkids. These are just guest bedrooms for adult visitors. So if you were visiting the Douglasses and you want to spend the night, you would stay in one of these rooms. Now this is the Victorian era. They would separate men from women. So the east side of the house is reserved for men. The west side is for women. So that's the men's guest bedroom. You look in there, and this is the women's guest bedroom right over here. One of the more famous women who visited the site here was Susan B. Anthony, and you'll see her picture over the fireplace in the women's guest bedroom. So go ahead and you can take a look at those bedrooms, and then follow me down this way. No, that's not a guest bedroom. That's now back during the 1800s, or during the Victorian era, really. Even if you were a married couple, you would still have separate bedrooms. So this first bedroom you see there, that's Douglas's first wife, Anna Murray Douglas's bedroom. Up on the wall, the two pictures you see, those are her two sons, Charles and Louis, who fought in 1954. If you look on the inside left, you'll see her invalid chair. Like I said, she did suffer from arthritis and suffer from a stroke. She's going to be confined to this area of the house towards the end of her life. And she's going to die in there in 1882. After she dies, Douglass is going to put all her things in the room, closes the door, never goes back in there. When he remarries, his second wife is going to take this bedroom as hers. And in her bedroom, you'll see some of the new inventions for the time. You'll see a typewriter back there. You'll see a sewing machine. And on the floor, you'll see her shoes on the floor there as well.
What was that?
That door right there, that led up to the attic. Up there are 3 more bedrooms where grandkids could sleep as well. No, there's nothing up there today. And then if you look across the hall into that bedroom, that is Frederick Douglass's bedroom. In his bedroom, you will see his shoes on the floor. You'll see his barbells he used to work out with in the mornings. You'll see his clothes laid out on the bed. And most of the fabric stuff, like I said, is reproduction. But the rug you see in there, that's the original rug that he used to walk on. Go ahead and take a look at that.
Okay, what's that?
Can you see stuff?
No. No, we're going to the back to see the man cave. Come on. Come on.
The man cave?
Yeah. Back here somewhere. Ooh, oh, it does go all the way back.
We wanted to get from the business.
Huh?
Dad, you could stick the light over here.
Mm-hmm.
In the gas.
I guess this will be the...
We go inside?
No, you can't go inside, I don't think. Is this it? No, that's not it. Where is it at?
It's around back, little stone building.
Okay, we gotta go all the way this way. No, we're in the wrong place. Come on. No, that's the office. Oh, that stone back there?
Yeah.
Oh, brick. Oh, the little brick house. Come on, this is a little brick house. See it? This is the man cave back here.
So that's what the chair took.
Yeah. No, this is Frederick Douglass man cave. Where you
going in and hide or something?
Yeah, to get away from the wife. This is back off behind the house. See? Back there's the house there. He will come all the way out here.
Yeah, you too.
Just to get away from the wife. This is the man cave. Wow. Too bad we can't go inside. Okay, go ahead, Trey. Read it.
Here's Stu, Frederick Douglass, rustic.
Go ahead.
Retreat from domestic society where he could think, read, and write undisturbable. Evoking the image of lying there, he called his hideaway the Crowlery. It was simply furnished with a lounge, a high desk, and a stool. The present building is a recreation.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you too. Man cave.
Wow, look at this brick structure. That's the door. Whew.
That's the ranger couldn't go in.
Oh, you can't get in. Look at the brick.
Let's go ask the ranger.
This is brick.
Rock climb.
Come on, Dad, let's go ask the
People
ranger.
climb up this and that ain't right.
Huh?
Don't you, Daddy?
You went there?
Let's go ask the ranger.
No.
Can't get inside. Was it? So it's probably nothing around the backside either. No, that's it. That's the man cave. It's where, oh look, he got a smokestack. He can start a fire in it to keep him warm. That's good.
Let's go ask the ranger. Keep going.
Let's see how far it goes around. Oh, it just goes around. There's no other. There's no windows.
No.
There's no windows. Wow.
That man survived in it.
Frederick Douglass man cave. There is no window.
Dad, let's go ask.
Come, well,
Did he survive?
no. It turns he would go in there and light a fire and just chill and read. Yeah, he would go in there and read and chill.
Let's go on. Ask him.
That's all. That's what he would do. But there's no windows in that structure. Wow.
Let's go ask
That's wild.
him to go in.
No, you can't go in.
How?
At least he got a fire to keep him warm. And there's the house right there, back up on the hill. This is nice. Yeah, this is a real nice estate. This is nice.
Why
This
can't
is
you go
real
in?
nice. Huh?
Why can't you go in?
Because it's locked out. We can't go in, son.
He got the key.
No. This is nice. So, I guess we walk back this way. This is nice. Real nice.
Nice man cave.
Yeah. Wow. This is nice. Woo. Alright, YouTube. This has been our tour of the Frederick Douglass house. Let me get home and do some editing and splice all this thing together. See what we get.
Peace, YouTube. See you later.
Trey. Alright, we're out. This has been our trip at the Frederick Douglass house.
Spending time with my dad.
Woo.
Peace.
Alright,